Aries, first up for you. I hope you can see that there. Yes, you should be able to. Unfortunately, there's a little bit of reflection that comes in. Okay, so I'll just focus here for you, Aries, watching. For the month of July, what messages do you have for Aries for the month of July? Thank you for joining us. Divine Source, Great Spirit, Angels and Guides for Aries, July 2020. What messages do you have for Aries for this July, for their highest good and for the good of all concerned? Thank you. So, we'll start here. Ten of Wands. Carrying a lot of responsibility there, Aries. And getting things sorted into a much calmer situation. And new beginnings. Possibly a new romance for some of you. Waiting patiently, seeing all more clearly now, looking beyond your present circumstances, and you've got your eye on the horizon. This is the Queen of Wands, and her energy is connected to the fire energy. The Wands suit is one that really does give us that growth. It's like getting your mojo back. Bit of gossip there with the Princess of Swords. A lot of communication. You've got to sift through what's truth and what's fabricated. Chariot. Success. Generosity here with the Six of Pentacles. Receiving some generosity or being very generous. Bringing victory with the Six of Wands. Again, this is letting you know to be patient. So the polar axis here is two cards of being patient, not picking the fruit before it's ripe, not trying to hasten the harvest. And with that patience comes reward with the Empress there. Fruitfulness, wishes being fulfilled. And then with the Four of Swords, it's letting you know after all that hard work, you'll have time to relax with that Four of Swords there. So Aries, it is a dynamic month for you. You've got the Ten of Wands there, so there's been a lot of hard work put in over this last 10 months, and there's still work to be done. There's still more more chores, but you have got help. You've got someone there with you. Now, for Aries, over the next 6 months, you've got Mars in Aries for the next 6 months. So it's here in this first house area. It's about the masculine and aggression, yes. Mars is the god of war. But the Aries energy is pioneering. And you can accomplish a lot. And this is letting you know that you nearly completed a big project and a big cycle there with that Ten of Wands. So the Mars in Aries energy it can be decisive, hasty, also rude. So the positives and the negatives, it can be positive energy, it can be energetic, forward-moving energy with passion. There is a caution for you to be as flexible as you can be. And July is a time to navigate your way through the new normal. So you could find that you will want to revive an old interest or even start a new one. Working on keeping your physical condition in good condition will win through for you, as the first house is about our presentation, how we present. It's about our physical body. So you can take the initiative. You will win through. It's been hard and you've had to carry a lot of the burden on your own, or you feel that way, but you're nearly at the completion now of that cycle. So the next 6 months is going to really, have you getting your mojo back. Feel, because the Aries energy really likes that Mars in Aries. It gets things going. The only thing is not to rush too much is the main thing with Mars in Aries. You can be a bit impatient, and there is signs here of patience being very prominent for you, especially in home and business or your professional social life. So here in the second house, which is about your material values, your day-to-day dealings and your self-worth and your resources. This is letting you know that if you've had to sort through a lot of concerns and worries in that area, this is letting you know that you've put things in order, and it's a wonderful time with all that retrograde going on to get things in order, and this is sailing you out of trouble, which is wonderful. Smoother roads ahead to do with resources. Now here in communication area, you've got the Ace of Cups. Now, this is emotional communication being shown to me here, and communicating with others on a emotional level. It could be in your community, it could be with your siblings, and you've got in this third house area you've got Venus in Gemini, and Venus has finally gone direct. It was retrograde last month, but it's gone direct this month. So that vibration of Venus direct, is flirtatious and curious. Okay? So communicating within your relationship will be very important, but you can also have some fun with that. And there's new beginnings. So some of you may be looking at getting involved on a deeper level with somebody. Now, you may have also experienced the restlessness from the retrograde Venus, which sometimes could have left you a bit bored, but now Venus is direct and moving forward. It's enhancing your communication, your quick thinking, enriching that intelligence to use in that curious, flirtatious way even. So there's a strong desire to keep the peace in your immediate environment, and you really are, Aries, working on that gentle communication based on love. So I really do like the energy there. Now here in the area of your past, your parents, the roots of who you are and how you see yourself, where you came from, your home, your town, your country. It's the Three of Wands, so there's still a bit of a holding pattern being shown to me there. But you're not looking at right under your nose there, which is fine. You're looking to the horizon. You're seeing the possibilities still yet to come. And this is definitely, your ship is coming in. So if you've been waiting for something, don't fret, it is coming. Now you've got the new moon here in Cancer on the 20th of July. So the new moon is a wonderful time to set your intentions. It's also a time for making a wish, and this is a shooting star also being shown in this card, so it is a wonderful time to make a wish. You could see, you know, while you're sitting there being patient and waiting, you could see the social transformation unfolding even more, rules to do with that being put in place. But for you personally, on a personal level, it is asking you how much effort are you willing to put in once you have acquired what you're waiting for, what you're watching slowly manifest in your inner world. You've still got your eye on the outer world and the social world, but what are you willing to put in to your role in it? Because you've got the 4th house, 10th house axis playing out here, and for more than one reason. Here through July, you've got Mercury here in the area in Cancer, in the area of your ideas and how you can adapt your living arrangements, which I feel you may be able to adapt and be flexible, because you may be one of those people that have had to have different living arrangements through life, so you've learnt to adapt. And there's like new or deeper understanding of your family environment that you can also learn from. Because this area is about home, family, your roots, your heritage, your private life. It's even psychological foundations, your biological inheritances. Tradition is something that is important for you. And you're quite protective of your family too, Aries, when it's called for. Now with the 4th house, 10th house axis, you want to keep your security as stable as you can. Because the polarity between the two is truly about true security and what is superficial. So there's a slow process going on here, integrating your security needs into your life. Okay, so there is that fundamental theme being shown here that is recreating a more balanced inner and outer world. Now here you have the Queen of Wands, fire sign woman, Aries, Sagittarius or Leo. Loyalty is another essence of this card. And it is in the area of your artistic pursuits, hobbies, recreation, children, matters of the heart, love affairs, self-fulfillment, joy, bliss, playful times. Many creative ideas can come from this Queen of Wands, and also enjoying the company of children is indicated with that. Okay, so there is a situation here where you get your joy, that there's some growth there, and definitely getting your mojo back, because this very well could be just pertaining to you Aries, as a fire sign person. Also being in touch with that feminine side of yourself, which is going to be very helpful here through July, because we've got that male Aries Mars energy, the masculine energy. So getting a bit of that balance back will be very beneficial. News or messages to do with your day-to-day life, health, the service you give, and your habits. The 6th house area is also about small animals, your working environment and skills, and being more health conscious, but not letting yourself become a workaholic. And the Page of Swords there is letting you know that there's emails, telephone calls, there's some sort of communication coming through to you. And the axis is over here with the 4 of Swords. So some of you could be trying to negotiate some time off or some much needed rest, because that's an energy and remedy there, the antidote from the 6th house is found in the 12th house. Need to retreat, laying low, taking rest. Success and victory here with the Chariot, and that is in the area of your partnerships, which is wonderful, because it's letting me know here that you're wanting to make a commitment, whether it's a business partnership or a intimate partnership. That's one of your goals, and this is showing you will success and be moving forward in that area. Here it is the giving and receiving being shown here. 6 of Wands, in a wonderful position of support you receive from other people. In the 8th house, it's about regeneration, legal matters, transformation, joint resources with others. Okay, now the 6 of Pentacles is letting you know that it's about trade, money, material gain, and it is a sign here that there will be generosity in connection with joint resources or other people's resources, whether that's government, insurance, inheritances. And the polar opposite axis here is that 6 of Swords. So in that area of your resources and how you earn your money, sailing out of trouble with the 6 of Swords, coming into calmer times ahead. And this is letting you know that there's generosity. Possible even that feeling of a windfall being shown there, which is highly possible because you've got the 6 of Wands. So that's recognition and public acclaim as well. And it's in the area of your 9th house, which is where you have your quest to understand interactions between people better and being more flexible, because we do have to be flexible in these times. Things are changing all the time. You might just be wanting to go out on a day trip somewhere and find that the coffee shop that you thought would be open is now a place that you have to book into. So there's adjustment and flexibility required here. And it's also connected to leaving behind some of your past beliefs that you've brought forward from a past life, whether it's in this life or in indeed a past life, because you're finding a new viable form of communication, and this is letting you know that you've got victory with that too. It's also, it could be some sort of public acclaim, so there's fame also connected with this 6 of Wands. And again, that Mars energy in Aries now is really working in your favour, as it is for most fire signs, are getting a very good boost of energy and bit of spark back into their life, or that's how they're feeling. So this is letting you know too to speak from your higher mind and expand that consciousness. And give yourself time to think about the big picture and the ability to communicate your ideas in a way that helps others. Now, here in the 10th house, we have the zenith of our wheel. This is our career, our profession, our social life. And we've got the full moon here in Capricorn on the 5th of July in that area. So the full moon is also accompanied with the lunar eclipse. and will also take part in the Capricorn Capricorn stellium, all in your 10th house. So even though this is a card of letting you know that you will reap your rewards, it's also, again, the same as the fourth house card, letting you know patience really is going to pay off for you. Don't be too eager. You're really keen, but just hold back a little bit, because this area is being so affected by these big planets, which you've got Jupiter retrograde, Saturn retrograde, Pluto retrograde, all conjunct each other. Now this happened, as you may remember, those of you that have been on board the community here on this channel, we've had a couple of conjunctions like this in Capricorn through last year and in the beginning of this year. Well, here we go with one again, and the moon is making it complete with the stellium. So take care of what you can control and let go of what you can't. Also be aware that it does bring some stormy weather for the emotions, but I'm feeling with this it's more on a global stage than a personal one. Okay, so it's you sort of in your safe zone here, watching what's going on out there on the global stage. So it could be stormy weather for politicians, or indeed people like CEOs and people like that of big companies in particular. All right, it is a time here where there could be some officials resigning. Now that could also be involved in your company. You might be in a position to just wait to get promoted up to a better position also. But you know, don't push the river. Don't push against the tide. Don't resist either. Just utilize your patience, okay? Because those in positions of power will have their failures being exposed. So there's something being exposed, and it could lead to resignations, okay? And that's also, I feel, involving political issues that are going on too. So any governments that have sort of failed in their efforts, that it will be exposed. Same for any company, because this is the professional area. So as I said before, this is the polarity between what is truly secure and what is superficial. Slow process of integrating the security needs in your life. So any false buffers will be discarded through this time, and will therefore be a period where there will be some perplexities and it will require some upheaval. So just recognize the virtues of your patience, because this is fundamentally recreating a more balanced inner world and outer world for you. All right? and you'll be reaching a new level of understanding because you've also got Jupiter affecting all of this. Now, you may find that you actually meet new people or start new activities through this time, and it's an important time to be listening to your body. If it needs to rest, then you rest. Because with Jupiter also retrograde, you can be experiencing or navigating your way through some heated differences in opinion within your career or regarding your public reputation. So choose your battles wisely. Come from a place of universal spiritual perspective, remembering that what you focus on becomes your reality. So try not to focus on the negative and try not to get too dragged into disputes. Letting things go that are not worth it in the long run allows you to focus on truly important things. Because the Pluto in retrograde is giving you the ultimate test. Okay, the deepest aspects of your soul are coming through now. So bringing your inner nature to the fore. Yes. Okay. So use that enthusiasm because you've got the Queen of Wands to create, whether it's your creative self-expression or your artistic pursuits or recreational activities with children. That's going to be a very helpful thing for you to fall back on. Now here in the area of hopes and wishes and manifestation, the future events, is the Empress. So in the two areas of the future unfolding, you've got victory and you've got fruitfulness and the Empress, showing me, especially for the girls watching, you really will be able to use that masculine Mars in Aries energy, but you'll be using it in a feminine masculinity, not a man masculinity. Also, this is an indication of birth and mother with the Empress for those of you that are looking at conceiving or trying to fall pregnant. Here through July might be a good time for that, for those of you that are wanting to be pregnant, male or female. Okay, so this is the, and also we've got more feminine energy here with the Queen of Wands, because the 5th and 11th house axes are the polarity. So I really do feel strong feminine energy. So if you're a male watching this, you will get a lot of support, I feel, with the women in your life. For those of you that are looking for relationship, as I said before, that is being shown here with the Ace of Cups, that there's deep emotional communication being shown and the beginning of the potential being shown, and success here in relationships. Generosity being shown with money. So you're in a good energy field here, Aries. I really do see it opening up for you. As long as you don't cling to outmoded alliances that cease to be creative or holding on to outworn people or groups. Alright? because you here can consider your precious gift that you have and how you would like to give that to the world. Because there's the giving and receiving of love and generosity being shown here, and there's giving and receiving of generosity being shown here too. Okay, so it's not a good time here to be taking risks, because even though Saturn has gone back in to Capricorn, it will come back through into Aquarius. Alright, so while it is in the retrograde motion, just reflect and remember that profound change can only be completed slowly, and to be purposeful and hard-working during this transit. And here with the Four of Swords in your area of your subconscious, that which is hidden, the psychic abilities in you, and health issue and karmic debt. This is the area of institutions like hospitals or prisons. So this is a time for you to withdraw with the Four of Swords being shown there. Wanting to hibernate, so to speak, taking some rest. So at some stage, probably towards the end of the month, you're really going to be wanting to take a bit of rest, because that Neptune retrograde is here in Pisces, and the Neptune retrograde can make you tired and dreary. Okay? And it can also dissolve previous attitudes and perceptions and what you fantasize the world to be, and being shown really the reality of the solid world and the shifts and changes of that. And even though you may feel that something is being very elusive or eluding you, you are still being shown here with this reading that you are paving the way ahead for success for yourself, and those that you consider family will benefit. And you've got the relationship being under very promising cards being shown to me there. Okay, so just be aware with that Neptune in that 12th house area in Pisces that you may be a little bit open to deception or confusion, and don't make any too serious decisions at this time. Still a bit iffy about whether or not to sign contracts. Make sure you double read, triple read, even have someone else proofread it for you. And but on the whole, this is looking to me like you're really feeling the gears shift with that Mars energy finally coming in for your Aries. So I will just focus here and ask for a confirmation of your July reading, Aries. What message do you have for Aries for July 2020? Oh, I'll take that one. Okay, thank you. Oh, there's two messages, Aries. So we'll go with the first one, and it is the Ten of Spring, and it is the Saint Bernard dog as your medicine. So, you're working far too hard, and the stress will soon become too much. Reach out for help from others and take some time to play and enjoy life. Lovely. And you've got the High Priestess. Beautiful. The High Priestess is the intuitive, psychic energy, and the power of the unconscious and how we create our reality with our thoughts is all the knowledge and teachings of the High Priestess. So it's pause and reflect, not to take action. Trust in your spiritual gifts, as nothing is hidden from your divine intuition. So trust in those messages that you receive. Trust in that gut instinct, the voice that whispers. Keep your journal, because that Neptune energy could still have some interesting dreams being channeled through your dreams to you. Write them down. And your angel card for July, Aries, is the Angel of Soulmates, and the number is 30. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Well, I do feel with that Ace of Cups there and the Chariot in your relationship area, Aries, that relationships are under a very nice energy and being looked after there for you. So for those of you searching for a relationship, please do ask the Angel of Soulmates to help you and assist you with that. Thank you so much, Aries, for joining me. Sending you much love and light and peace. Please do click on like and subscribe and click on that bell next to it, and come and join me in the Psychic Astrology group on Facebook for more updates and more readings. Peace to you all. Namaste.